pest control in food business, whether in the food industry, warehouses or establishments selling packaged or tabletop food products, is of great importance. Insects can contaminate any of the facilities where food is processed and stored. When in contact with food products, they can transmit diseases known as vector-borne, which accounts for more than 17% of infectious diseases globally. Catering businesses can attract insects such as flies or mosquitoes since their raw material is organic. This is not only annoying, but it can also mean a public health problem and the consequent fines. How can we combat this problem successfully? The least invasive way to prevent insect infestation is to restrict their access to buildings with air curtains, rather than eliminating them with electronic devices, traps or pesticides, which can be harmful to humans and the earth. Airtècnics offers a complete range of high-performance air curtains to minimise the entrance of flies or other flying insects in establishments, hospitals, factories or clean areas. Insect control air curtains, food establishments, restaurants, health sector, industry and farming, shops. Insects enter through the door attracted by the smell of food coming from the restaurant. Fly K, an air curtain with compact and slim design for openings up to 2 meters high. At customer entrances, the airjet must have a minimum velocity of 3.05 meters a second at 0.91 meters from the floor, according to the NSF 37 guideline. Insects enter through the window attracted by the smell of food coming from the kitchen. Compact Fly, an air curtain recommended to reduce the passage of insects through service windows or small openings. In service windows, the airjet must have a minimum velocity of 3.05 meters per second at 1/3 of the distance from the vertical opening above the service window countertop, according to the NSF 37 guideline. Insects enter through the window attracted by the smell of food coming from the kitchen. Fly KBB, a high-efficiency air curtain recommended for service doors up to 4 meters. On service doors, the airjet must have a minimum velocity of 8.1 meters per second at 0.91 meters from the floor, according to the NSF 37 guideline. Insects enter through the door attracted by the smell of food that comes from inside the factory warehouse. Fly KLXL, a powerful air curtain recommended for industrial doors up to 4 meters high. Insects enter through the door attracted by the smell of food that comes from inside the factory warehouse. Fly Duo without plenum, 2 air curtain system that generate a joint jet with twice the flow rate and thickness that increases the power and range of the air barrier. Fly Duo with plenum, 2 air curtain system with an airjet at each end plus an intermediate plenum, creating a buffer zone by 2 air barriers. More than 100 successful clients who have solved the problem of insects entry with Airtècnics air curtains. Burger chain, dairy and chocolate, drinks and agri-food, sweets and candy, pastry, canned fish, legumes, meats and sausages, honey factory, supermarket chain, fruit packaging, tobacco company. Case study: effectiveness of an air curtain as an insect barrier by taking the honeybee as a model insect. The experiment was carried out to study the behaviour of a colony of 7,500 bees placed in an enclosed space of 8 by 20 metres. An open container with an air curtain at the entrance was placed inside with food to attract the insects. The first day without the air curtain and the second day with the air curtain in operation. First day without air curtain. Second day with air curtain. The results show that an airflow velocity of 7.25 meters per second prevents insects from entering a building. This study demonstrates that air curtains with a high jet speed, according to NSF 37, have an efficacy against insects up to 99.9%.